Guys, to begin off, we will be drafting a simple pattern. So this is my pattern paper. I'm going to fold it into two like that. Now the length of this pattern paper is 19 inches. That's how long I want my wrap top to be, and this top edge is going to be my starting point, whereas the bottom part of this pattern is going to act as my waistline, because that's how long I want my wrap top to be. I do not want it to be too cropped, okay, too cropped, if that makes sense. Now I'm marking down my armhole depth, which is 9 inches from the top edge of this pattern. I'll just mark that at random places, then I'll connect that with my ruler like so to form my chest line. The next thing you want to do is on this top edge, okay, on this top edge, I'm marking my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus half an inch. So my shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. Then I'm going to add half an inch. That makes it 8. Now on my 8-inch point, I'm going to go down 1 inch to form my shoulder slant. On this edge right here, I'm going to mark my neck width, which is 3 inches, and the neck depth, which is 3 inches also. And I'm going to connect that to form my neckline. Though this is not necessary, but I just want you to have it in mind that this is a basic bodice. Then I'm connecting my shoulder slant to the edge of the neckline that I just created, and I'm duplicating this 8 inches. I'm duplicating it on my chest line, okay. Then I'll be connecting that to my shoulder slant. So at this point now, I'm marking my bust circumference divided by 4 on my chest line. Then I'm adding 1 inch ease allowance. Now you see this line, I'm getting the midpoint. Then from the midpoint, I'm going in half an inch, and I'll be connecting that to my shoulder slant with a ruler with a straight line. Then I'll be connecting the bottom part of this with a curve to form my armhole like that. On this bottom part of the pattern, I'm marking my waist circumference divided by 4. Then I'm adding 1.5 inch ease allowance. Then I'll be connecting these outer points like that, like so. So far so good. Now what we want to do, from the top edge of the paper, I'm going to go down 4 inches because I do not want my top to be too deep. So I've gone down 4 inches, and I'll connect this with a straight line. This one is going to become my back neckline. Now remember, this part is on fold. I'm going to cut this out. So this is what the pattern is looking like after cutting out. This part is on fold, okay. Let me open it so that you can see that it's actually on fold. Make sure yours is also on fold like so. I've used the pattern to cut out my back piece. So I've cut out my back piece on fold. I'm going to unpin this so that you can see how it is looking like. Now this is how my back piece is looking. Now for the front pattern, I'm going to open up my pattern like this. So this is what I have. From this corner, this other side that was folded in, I'm going to mark up 2.5 inches. I'm going to mark up 2.5 inches. So then I'm going to connect that point to that corner. I'll just show you right now what I'm talking about. I'll connect it in a curve. If you have a curved rule, go ahead and use it. Now you are going to cut through the curved line. Now this is how it is looking like. So this is the pattern that we will be using to cut the front pieces. So I'm just marking in the grain on my center front line. That's my center front. So I'll be cutting out 2 pieces of this. Yeah, so as you can see, I've already gone ahead to cut out the pieces. So I'm just getting off the pins to show you how the pieces are looking. So this is what I have. Can you see? Yes, I know you can see. This is what I have. Now what I'm about to do right now, you see this part, okay, of both the pieces, I'm going to fold in twice like that. Like I'm just going to neaten those parts by folding in, and I'll do the same thing to my back piece. I'm going to fold in the top edge. So that is basically done. You can see I've also gone ahead to fold the bottom part, the lower edge of these pieces. I folded the top part and the bottom. The only part you are leaving raw is the armhole and the side seams. Okay, now I've grabbed my back piece and I've laid it on the table right side facing up, and I'm going to place on it the front pieces right sides facing like this. So I'm going to arrange everything like so, making sure the right sides are facing. Sawa. Yeah, so this is, I'm going to get the pins to show you how we are going to show you where we are going to stitch. So this is where I'm going to stitch. As you can see here, the sides are stitched. Now it's time for the sleeves, and I have two pieces right here. They are folded in like that. The length of the pieces is 12 inches and the wideness is 11. So I'm just going to draw in a curve like this. There is no formula to doing this, so you're just going to do what I've done. Okay, then I'm going to cut this part like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my pieces and I'm going to fold the bottom part, leaving in between a space in which the elastic will be passing through, and I'll be folding the top part the same way. I'll fold it in twice, leaving a space for the elastic like this. You can see I've folded the top and the bottom. So for the elastics that I'll be using, I have this one that I'll be inserting in this bottom part, and this one which I'll be inserting on the upper part of the sleeve. So this one is 9 inches long, about 9.5 inches long. Okay, so this is what I'll be using here, and the other one is 12 inches long. Okay, so those are the measurements of the elastics, and to insert them in my sleeve I'll be making use of my safety pin. So I'll just be using my safety pin and I'll insert it all through like this. So this is how my sleeves are looking after inserting the elastic pieces in them. So I'm just going to place them like this, right sides facing, and I'm going to stitch this part. Okay, so I'm going to stitch that part on both the pieces, and when that was done, I'll grab my bodice, my main part of the top, and I'm going to insert in my sleeves. So I'll first turn them to the right side, then this is how I'm going to be inserting them. Let me turn the nini also to the right side. Now this is how I'll be putting in my sleeve. I'm going to place it like this. Let me get the pins to show you clearly. So I'm going to place it like this, match the seam on the seam on this fabric, on this piece, and the seam on the sleeve. Then I'm going to pin it all through. Then I'll be heading over to my sewing machine and I'll be stitching that down. And make sure you repeat the same process on the other sleeve also. So this is what we have. So our drop top is already coming together. It's already now for my straps, I have these rectangle pieces which I'm going to stitch like this. They're 3 inches wide and 42 inches long. Okay, so I've stitched that down and I'm going to turn it to the right side with this tool that you see me using right here. You can use the same tool if you have it. So I'll be turning that to the right side like so, then I'll be ironing them just to make them flat. Now this is where we are. I've already ironed them down. You can see they're looking so nice. Now I'll grab my piece like this, and this is how I'm going to stitch it. I'm going to stitch it here like this. Then when I'll be done, I'll turn it over to the right side and I'll top stitch like that. And on this other side I'll do the same thing. I'll stitch my strap there, then I'll turn it like this and top stitch, yeah, like that. Now that is done. I'm done with all that, and you can see how it is looking so nice. So that is it. You can see the way it's looking so beautiful on me. So guys, remember to subscribe. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.